What's up guys, it's Catherine Production 72 and welcome to an exciting video. As per the title, yes, we're executing the first phase of what was first mentioned in the announcement video. If you want to see that, I did it kind of in the start of February, kind of sometime before the 20th of February, somewhere in there. But yeah, so this is going to be two phases and they're going to be split apart quite a bit. So this is the first phase. We're starting today, Friday the 29th of March. So around Tuesday, which I believe would be the 1st or 2nd of April, I'm not too sure. My brain can't seem to calculate that one. We are going to have the room decorated. And what do I mean by all this? Well, let's jump in and explain. So as you know, I've got a lot of Lego. Let's show. So as you can see up here, and yes, I've recently dived into Scooby-Doo a lot. And I've got a whole bunch of non-Star Wars sets up here. Got some of my more bigger sets up here, got a bunch of posters up here. As you guys know, we've been in this room for about 3 years now. And, you know, which is ironic. I've noticed I've spent the last 9 years of this channel, every 3 years we have changed where we have been. That's not even on purpose. And the next one will not be changing after 3 years. It will be a 5 or 6 year plan, possibly longer. But as you know, I've got a lot of Lego. I've been recently getting kind of into this Speed Champion sets. I've got a bunch of the battle packs. In fact, we now will move on to the whole version of this, or portion of this in a moment. You know, as you guys know, we've got all this stuff in drawers. My clone army, which I've recently counting and getting the numbers for, because that video will be coming out in, you know, a little over a month. We've got a whole bunch of stuff all lying around here. Some of it even in here, because it's become a bit disorganised. You know, for me buying the Scooby-Doo set definitely pushed it well over the edge in terms of space. And for no reason, here's a helmet. I'm up here including some sealed 2009 magnets. And up here we've kind of become overrun with the boxes. I have gotten quite a few of those battle packs. I have some Lego here, you know, the Twilight and the Cloud City landing pad, and we have a whole bunch more Lego here and possibly some down there. And as previously mentioned, I'm going to university, so, and again, we'll go watch the video announcement. But this video will take place across multiple days. We've organised furniture. We're stepping away from what we already have here. We're on this bookshelf. Originally, I planned on taking it with me. I've had it for about 3 years. It's a good shelf, you know, it's adjustable. It's got those little joints if you wanted to adjust it. But what I've ordered and paid for, and it has been expensive. I spent most of my recent paycheck on this, but it's going to be worth it. While we're there, this will be filmed in stages over a couple of days. We're going to be painting a room. We're going to be building the furniture, reorganising it. That'll kind of be what this episode is. It's going to be a 2-episode plan. I don't think it'll turn into 3, but it could turn into 3. We're also going to have a second video, which hopefully, and I'll be introducing someone in a moment, will be helping me take out Lego there. So I'm joined by
PT1.
So he's you've had a couple cameos, most of the Comic-Con videos, but he's becoming a slightly more regular. And thanks to him, which we'll just jokingly call him this video sponsor, I got some gifts for my recent 21st birthday. He was somehow, like, he's went crazy. So I mentioned getting the invisible hand in one of the reviews. I now have the invisible hand sitting here. I'm not going to build it. You're not going to get reviewed for like a week or two. But really cool set. Really hoping that it can fit in my Revenge of the Sith section. But I like having it by movie, especially the Return of the Jedi section, you know. All this scene going on. But that's not all. As you guys know, in chat about the clone army, now I'm not revealing the number we're currently at, but it just went up by another 8. Basically, I had 146 in the previous clone army video. My goal was, let's try and get to 250. We've surpassed it, but I'm not saying by much. But he also got me not 1, but 2 more of the battle packs. So I'm to the point where I'm not actually building these. I've actually been putting all of the parts into a box, which I'm going to show in a moment, just moving some stuff off the box. And this is kind of what we're doing with those. If you're wondering why all this is getting thrown at the video, it's simply because, you know, I'm not going to have another video for a while, and I don't know if I'm going to be doing an update video for this month, so yeah, but this is more or less what we've got going. There's a battery pack in there that's been chucked in there, but this is 3 battle packs worth of builds in here, so that's what we've got so far. We're going an hour and a half or so away, something like that. But again, this will be a detailed video, really fun video. Gonna have a bit of a vlog element, but should be really enjoyable. And by travelling by map that completely works in every way, shape and form, we're here. Feels weird to be filming a video like this, but we're in the room. Now, of course, it is in a bit of a state. This has more or less been a spare room for the past 12 years, but we're going to put some effort into doing it. We're keeping the white wardrobe. That's happening. But we're replacing this with white ones, more modern looking ones. That TV unit will probably go. I mean, I might swap it out and make that the new bedside unit, just because it looks nicer and is bigger. Obviously all the junk will get cleared out. Now the wallpaper, we have to scrape and do all that. That's a task in itself. I mean, it already is coming off, and see down behind that bed, it is so simple just to remove. So we'll be doing that. In fact, we're getting a live demonstration of removing the wall. Right, cut that section off. It is that simple. So again, more or less, we're picking up the furniture. We're still on Friday. This is what, 21 minutes past 8. So let's go through the materials. So we've got things like roller sets, we've got roof paint, wall paint. I'll show you the colour that we went for. We went for Urban Nights, matte for floor and ceiling. We got that, we got dust sheets, other things. We got shelving. So I'm going to show you, but could you help me show off the shelving idea? So basically, one of the main things is we're thinking shelves up here from where the bed is. That's a plan. Maybe down there, or if you could try and show the up there option. Because I'm thinking, right, all my Star Wars sets are going to be on the main bookshelf, so we're thinking of going for something like this. But, you know, there's other options. I'm going to have the TV over here. I might get another one of those long shelves to span that, because, trust me, like, even though this is much smaller than my other room, the ceiling is probably a lot lower, we are going to get a hell of a lot of stuff in here. So, this is going to be fun. So, what we're going to do now for a little bit is try and peel off more of that wallpaper. You saw how easy that came off. Let's see how much wallpaper we can strip. Alright, so day 2 of the Lego room project, and you know, we've got the paint out, we've got the stuff, so we've painted some of the ceiling, you know, the bits that were needing touched up. This wall is completely done. This wall is a work in progress because it's so hard. Like, this wall's the only one that won't cooperate. We're still up for leaving that wall, and he's having a lot of work with that wall. So obviously we've done the white paint to the roof. Some of the grey paint. This is the colour I've selected for the walls. What?
I could use one of the rolls, fill that up with water, roll, scrape.
Good idea. Go take that to the bathroom and get water in it then. But yeah, we're making. Wait, use one. Wash out the small roller because that'll fit in the tray. Okay. You would be better just washing that one out and using it, since it's just. It would fit in the tray. So it is still weird filming this and saying it's for a Lego channel anyway, but here we have the roller. So I'm also going to do a couple of strokes on the wall and see how that looks, because I'm very curious to see what this is like. So I can use up all the paint that's on the roller, but this is more or less what the colour is going to be along the walls. All three apart from that one wall, we're going to keep the way that is. But at least for now we are. But it's not looking too bad. Obviously all this needs to be stripped, but yeah, this will be what the colour ends up looking like. So it's looking pretty good. Very happy with it so far. So I'm going to do a little bit more and update you. Alright, so he's when got the water. We're just continuing on here with the paint. It's not looking. I like the colour. I like it a lot. I'll do a little bit more, and then we'll obviously end this little update. And you know, because we're not gonna update on every little thing, but you know, still we're doing this on a Lego channel. Alright, so I've done more of the wall. It's looking great. The method for getting all this off is actually working really, really well. So that's all good. Of course, this wall. Hopefully, that method works on that. But yeah, it's looking really, really nice. I really like the colour. So we're going to continue on, probably do an update in a few hours. Falling behind in the day count, I mean, this is what, day number 8 that we've been here, so yeah, but we're more or less doing very well on the shelving project. Of course, all of this has been done. There's still, you know, stuff to sort, things to do. PT1 has definitely well displayed his Skylanders. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the next step. Well, I'm going to show you one of the steps. So we've already put up this really nice wall shelf here above the bed, and we've got a smaller one. See, initially I wanted to take this and put it over. Initially I wanted it to go over here where the TV is. Unfortunately, the width just is not working, so I've got smaller shelves. Let's do something with that. So initially I was going to put the other smaller shelf kind of around here. That's not going to work. I even considered up there. I don't think that's going to work. So, well, it could. But what I'm going to do is in the future, take this shelf, get another one of them up there, and do the same thing over there with the small shelf. Let me go get the small shelf. So here's the other component, like the other shelf that we've got. So, you know, we could put something on it. We could probably fit things like attack shuttles and turbo tanks. It's like kind of the way I want to set up my collection. That's kind of how it's going to go in. So, like I said, we're going to take it over here. We're going to kind of have it above the TV, kind of something like that. That does look nice. You can have a couple more of them up there, maybe one or two. But let's get started on putting this up. So the first and main thing we require is a drill. Okay, so we've got the drill. We're ready to go. So we just need to get the screws, which the screws we're using for this are, it's not those ones, it's the really long ones that we've got. So it's more or less these screws right here. So let's get started. So like I said, the way the screws work on this is we've got one there, and one there, and it's the same, you know, rinse and repeat on both sides. So let's get started and get this thing on the wall. So the first bit of equipment we need obviously is a spirit level, like we done with this one, just to, you know, check everything is the way it should be. So we're going to be using that. Of course, we've got the drills and all that stuff. And, you know, just to visualise it one more time, we're going to have it kind of about there, just above the TV. Terra Killer, what's your thoughts? Think that looks alright?
Yes, I think it looks good.
So we can have one there, and in the future I could put more up. It just is a good way to do this. So, yeah. We do need to quickly fix a few bits here at the back, but not looking too bad. Let's get up on the wall though. So as you can see, we just have to, if you can move that slightly, we need that bit to be in the middle, so that's of course then we can do the hole. So we got more or less perfect where we want it. So let's start with the drilling. So like I said, we'll try to keep it level. We've got the screws in here, here and here, so it's looking great. Again, I would really like to get a couple more of these, one or two more. So we more or less just need to do this side. See, we're just getting this all drilled in. And it's in. So there we go, that's looking all great. This is actually our last day here as part of this project, so we're going to try and wrap up filming soon, but there's a long clip coming at the end where I'm going to show off more or less everything. Not in a room tour like way, but we are going to have a room tour probably come out, I guess, in around September, so they're going to go back to being in September. As they were for what, 18, 19 and 20. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this section. Moving on. Alright, and so we're doing the final clip of this whole thing, showing off more or less what we got done. There's still a few things I'd like to add that you will see, of course, in the future. This is not a room tour, but this is kind of the end of making my Lego room episode 1. Of course, there'll be a second episode. There's chances of a third, but it's not a guarantee in any way, shape or form. Of course, big thanks to my friend Terra Killer T1. Check out on YouTube. He does videos. He helped me kind of get this whole thing going. You know, helped me build the furniture. Came with me on this trip to do all this. So this should be fun to go through. So you guys saw the room before. I had wallpaper, which had been here for about maybe the last 10 plus years. The carpet is the only thing really that's ever been changed out in this room. But you also saw that the furniture itself was severely mismatched and just looked terrible. In fact, when we went to move the original chest of drawers, which we have since replaced, the whole thing just, after a few movements, just gave in on itself and collapsed. Obviously, we had to actually remove the drawers, but the main frame gave in and collapsed. So we're going to start in order of what we did. So the first thing we did in here, of course, was paint the walls. We got this nice kind of grey colour going. See, I have light grey in my current room, but I really wanted to get a type of grey that just, you know, it looked different, and I'm happy the way that this turned out. It's all nice, it looks all good. Fortunately, there's a few bumps in the wall, which are a little bit visible, but do you know what? Those can always be it can always be touched up and can always be changed. So that's more or less the first thing that we did while doing this. The second thing, of course, was we lazed around for an entire day and did not much else. We also did paint the roof to try and make it look more presentable and, you know, just much better than it was. It had a few stains on it from over the years, but of course we have since repaired those. There's a few bits where it's a bit obvious, but unfortunately that just wasn't able to be helped. But again, like I said, in the future we can make other attempts at doing those tasks. Then, of course, the grand part of this, the furniture. So of course, me, this being Lego channel, display is a must. You know, I'll do display. And it was trying to figure out what I could do. Originally I thought I could have one of these and maybe a desk. And this is my guide for the whole collecting thing. I've actually been working on that while I've been here. I actually thought one of those, and then a desk, and then of course the drawers that we have. But then I felt that's not going to work. That's not what I need. If the door opens, that's because I'm walking in. But yeah, that when initially we're like, yeah, that's not really gonna work. So, or it could have worked, but I wanted something better, and I was on, places like Amazon, IKEA, sorry, not IKEA, Argos, and then eventually I got the suggestion, hey, why don't you try IKEA? Now, IKEA is expensive. I think I was about £210 all in for this unit, which I mean, it's not too bad. Normally it does sell for a lot more. Fun fact, the colour is a big part of how much money you're going to pay. So, this white wardrobe, as you know, was already here. This one was going to get rid of that, but I was like, hey, wait a minute, the white doesn't look too bad, because I saw a post on the Lego Star Wars Facebook group, and the amount is, it was one post of some shelving, and I thought, hey, let's see what other people done. So I looked up shelving, and Lego sets, I don't have any Lego with me right now, but, you put anything really on a white shelf, and it kind of just pops, so, and it's something different. It makes something kind of feel brighter, like, we are filming this, like, at nearly 10 at night, because we've spent the last couple of hours, cleaning up. And of course today we also installed the final shelf, but we'll get into that in that phase of the project. So these shelves are obviously, they're built as 3 separate units. So I'm going to climb up here and show you, but you can kind of see, we've got these kind of bits that make them kind of all stick together. Of course there's all those gaps in between, you can kind of see through there, but also not really. These were built in 3 separate sections. We built this, and then this, kind of all join them together. They've also got clamps down at the feet. You might be able to see the little metal bits there and there. So that was all good, getting those done. Also before that we had to kind of do some snagging, just any little bits we weren't happy with paint wise, and getting all of that sorted was all good. I'm so happy we got that done. So we did the drawer, all this in about 2.5 hours. We probably got all of these built, and then took another further half hour to kind of position it, because this one just had to be awkward. Now these shelves, I would like to point out, are adjustable. I've got these little joints now. At home, I've got these ones, and it's dowel joints. That's how they connect. But these ones, I'm going to lift this up, a kind of metal pin system with holes in the bottom of the wood rather than through the side, which is how the other ones are. So, a basic display plan with these shelves is as follows. I have episode 1 going across the bottom. There's a few bits of dirt and debris on these shelves, because the two of us have been living in this small room for the past week. We've got episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So you're probably wondering things like Clone Wars and all that kind of stuff. Well, we'll discuss where that's going to go. And we can kind of use this top, for kind of small, like battle pack-ish type builds, we could really put that up the top. That is also an option. Got some, we're not quite done with the whole shelving thing. There's a few more things I'd like to add in that department. But, these shelves, it's kind of ideal. It's what I've wanted for a while, is to do something like this. The way my current room is set up, I don't think this really would have worked. It could have worked, but do you know what it was? I just never thought of it. And once I seen this corner shelving unit, I just really wanted it, and I'm happy we've got it. Like I said, all these can be adjustable, or they are adjustable, sorry. Like, I can change where they are. Right now, I've kind of got them all level with each other, just because that looks nice in the basic form. But yeah, second thing was building a chest of drawers. We need a new one, obviously, for clothing, just stuff. That's not the most interesting thing we're going to look at, but it's drawers. That out there. Obviously, not every part of this is going to be extremely exciting, but it's all pretty cool. And a little announcement: the channel, we've only got a laptop. This, suppose we did shove at the start of this. We shoved in the whole section with the invisible hand and the battle packs, or a birthday gift, but I also have received this. It's a brand new HP laptop, and I'll be using this possibly for doing video editing, but also mostly, just for the purpose of college and university work. Because this is the whole purpose of me moving into this room, so I can attend a university near here. The TV is a bit dusty, but it's just a standard TV. My Xbox 360 that I had here, funny enough, ended up having the red ring of death, because it sat off for about 4 years. So whenever I've come here since 2020, I've not actually been using it that much, or really at all. I've just played on my phone, or kind of just I don't know. The two of us were here gaming on it, and we kind of gamed it to death. So I have another one at home, so I'll be bringing all my kind of consoles with me. That's why there's a 360 here remote, but no 360. Got a few things, stuff kicking about on the stand. I got my friend's phone there. So we did all that. Now let's jump into the wall shelves. So coming over here on the bed again, all things like sheets and stuff will get changed. But we've got these shelves now. Yeah, they are not the same colour as other ones. I kind of like the fact that these ones are not. Some people might complain it doesn't match, but I really like these. the way they are. That's just me being a bit unique there. But these are shelves from Wilkes, so these are wall shelves. You can see how they're fitted. So these bits originally are meant to have nails that you'd tap in with a hammer. Obviously that screws into that, and that goes into the wall. But the bother that I had with this was mainly that the nails, you would try to hammer them in and they would just not go in. They were very uncooperative. So the way really around that was we took that stuff that's called no more nails, and we basically used the no more nails kind of on that bit. Not like basically to put the shelf onto the brackets, and you know what? No more nails stuff works a treat, and it's really good. So this is the longer one. There's things I would like to expand and change. Possibly put one of the small ones kind of across here maybe. I definitely want to get another one of these and go up with it. That's definitely something that I have considered, is go up a level with it. And we're also going to talk about that in regards to the other shelf, because, my idea is things like Homemore sets and just things that are not the main trilogy could go on, things like that. That's my main plan, but we both know we're through collecting over the next few years. I'm definitely going to have to go, I'm going to end up in a position where everything's bunched together, but I feel like I've kind of managed to future-proof that for now. The final thing we really added to the room was this, or one of the final things we added was another one of these shelves. See, we're going to have another one above that, and it's probably going to look really nice, The debate was between me and my friend, do we have this connecting to the main shelf, or do we have it kind of centered? And, I like the kind of middle ground that we found with that. That does look really, really nice. But yeah, and then, yeah, I mean, they're nice shelves. Again, they're pretty easy to assemble. This was the same deal with the whole nails that are meant to tap through this bit that you can't actually tap through. So, again, no more nails kind of came in here and was brilliant. We didn't use that, obviously, on the wall. We actually used the main screws on the walls to attach that. So, it looks all really nice. And the final thing we realistically added was this nice rug with the stars on it. And we got this so I could, Lego aside, in the morning, if I'm getting ready for university or work, I've got a place to sit, down, put my shoes on or whatever. It just is one of those kind of little things. So yeah, so there's a little category of things I still need to do. We do need to still sort the things up on top of the wardrobe, which could become box space. The inside of the wardrobe is a bit needing sorted, but we've got a shelf. You can kind of see the part of it there. That's going to end up being storage for. We can have some box storage. I intended to use that up there. See, I need to go through my boxes. I've done a little bit of it, and we're going to kind of assess, hey, what boxes are we keeping? What box am I getting rid of? Because it's more so anything like 2014-13 back is like what I end up keeping. But now on to things that I want to change or make additions to. So I definitely want to get a couple more of these shelves, like 1 or 2 like really would work well. So the same deal for that. This little unit, I had spent enough money by this point, so I've not swapped it out, but this will get swapped out for something in the white colour, something with kind of more drawers in it. It's really just a temporary solution. The bed, I'm more or less planning to keep. I would like to get one where I can store stuff underneath, because, one thing I find key would be storage. But, overall, it has turned out really nicely the way the room looks. I'm really happy with it. And, it's funny, this is a really small room, but we've managed to get it to be surprisingly spacious, especially with the rug. But, it's like, for the Lego boxes, and I'll probably end up to the point where I am right now where sets have to be in storage again, because in all fairness, a lot of the sets I have in storage are ones I'm selling. Another thing I'm planning to do is like a DVD rack. These are just films and movies that we had on us as we were watching and playing video games. And as I mentioned, we ended up red running the 360, unfortunately. So there was that. You can hear a terror killer eating there. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that's going to become space that we can use. We've not done it yet. Also, I go back tomorrow. This video did start at home, but it's ending here. So, thank you very much for watching. It's been a very fun and very different project for us to do on here. Like, it's a good thing this had featured Lego at some point in the video. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a Lego channel video. But part 2 of this will come in like, what? See, this is April, so expect in the next 3 to 4 months, you'll get part 2, which will be bringing all the stuff. I'm going to have help again. We're going to put it all on the shelves. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. I don't know when that is. Probably, hopefully Tuesday. Can't make any guarantees though.